Oi, you three, get up.
I'm tired. What's wrong? What are you trying to tell us we're being interrogated this early in the morning? That's a little early even for me.
No, it's just the opposite. You're being released.
Huh?
Questions?
Why all of a sudden?
Is there a reason for this?
Yes, I like to consider myself that reason.
Mabel? Wow, what an unusual place to be meeting you.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about everything that's happened to you. Yeah, don't worry, your names are being cleared.
And yes, this is the voice I chose for. I don't completely agree with everything, but this is a question from Mabel herself. You better remember to thank her.
So, you mean... Mabel stood up on our behalf?
No, that's not exactly it. I just explained your situation to General Morgan. He-Man.
Our situation?
Yes, I have one question for the both of you. Are you really the children of Cassius Bright? Yes, that's right. This is Estelle Bright, and I'm his adopted son, Joshua. I see. Now that you mention, the girl does slightly resemble Lena.
You knew my mother?
This is where you find out the general's her granddad, and the reason he hates bracers is because she married a bracer and died. Yes, I enjoyed your mother's cooking on several occasions when I visited your home in Roland. Well, in fact, we even met once when you were just a baby.
Now, wait just a minute. You're a personal acquaintance of my dad's? I knew that he was in the military before, but...
I don't know Cassius Bright the Bracer. The only Cassius I know is the one from the service. Okay, maybe not. But he knows our dad. He was a rare strategist.
Strategist? Dad?
I just can't imagine what he saw in the Bracer Guild. It makes me angry just thinking about it. You'll have to excuse me.
But what's wrong with him?
It seems like your father was a brilliant officer in the military. I've heard from the general that he tried several times to get your father to change his mind about retiring.
I didn't know that. Somehow it feels hard to believe. However, if that's the case, the general's hatred of bracers may stem from Cassius leaving the army and the vexation of being left by one of his most promising men. I get the same impression. So, what you're saying is our lives are such a pain because of Dad? Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I remember. Hello there, Tom. Is our lives such a pain because of... Everything you're saying is our lives such a pain because of Dad? That dirty, rotten scoundrel.
I'm about to return to Bose now. With the airliner being found, the situation has taken a new turn. So, there are a number of things I'd like to discuss with you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, something the matter?
I'm definitely ready to get out of here, but it feels like we're forgetting something.
Yeah, it's good, alright. I mean, it is what it is. I'm enjoying myself. That's the main thing that matters. Now that you mention it.
What could it be?
Oh god, no, not this guy. No, Olivia. Oh, how callous people can be at times. How could you forget about a companion who spent the night with you in a cold, hard cell? How lamentable, how pitiful. Fine, be that way, I shall whip away friendless and hungry, alone in this dark purgatory. How the hell did he get this freaking loot?
Is he still here? Yeah, I completely forgot about him.
I'm sorry to say this, but there's not much we can do for you.
Yeah, is he the musician I heard about? Yeah, the one who chugged that bottle of Chardonnay without a second thought.
Indeed, that is I. Yet, my fair lass, I would be heartbroken you took my intentions the wrong way. For you see, I perceived as an advance payment for exquisite services that I was about to render.
You are quite the interesting character. Alright, I'll see what I can do to bargain with the General for your release.
Really, truly, you would do such a kind service for a man such as myself.
I think that may be asking a bit much. If the restaurant takes us to trial, there's going to at least be a lawsuit.
Well, there's no need to worry about that. You see, the owner of the restaurant is me.
Huh?
And that Grand Chardonnay was the very one I bid on. That being the case, I'm fairly confident there won't be any other problems over the matter.
That's good. Hopefully you're doing good yourself as well. It's good to see you. I mean, I'm living in my own little place now, which is quite nice. It's not a huge place, but it's a good enough place for me. I'm doing alright with work as well, so yeah. And I did actually not too far long ago get my little chibi model, so yeah. Which I'm very happy with.
I can't believe you were released. It's like a stroke of bad luck.
Please don't lay on the compliments so thick. However, it pains my soul that I partook of such a fine wine without paying a single mirror. Shall I play the piano in the restaurant per our contract to remedy that?
I think I'm going to have to pass on that. After what happened, I think it'd be a bit awkward having you back there.
I, for one, don't think he'd mind a bit. Yeah, he sure does seem to have some thick skin.
Yeah, let's just think of this as an unfortunate incident for the both of us, yeah, see?
But I don't think I can just let things go like this. Let's see. It seems like you're investigating something at the moment, right? How about I lend my assistance in return for the wine?
Huh?
Yeah, well, that does seem interesting. Could I ask you to join these braces in our work?
Could you ever? So it's settled. Let our new working relationship bloom like a magnolia at the height of spring. Yes.
Hold on a sec. What did we do to deserve this? Eternal witness aside, simply having an amateur like you around is honestly going to be a pain. Are you confident that you won't be a drag on our work or our sanity?
Well, I'm somewhat confident in my marksmanship and magic. But of course, I'd be distressed if you tried to list my music genius in the same group.
That's the kind of line that gets me really worried.
But maybe we could use an extra hand. As long as we can't count on the army to help us out, I have the feeling that we'll be short of manpower.
Well, alright then, we'll use you for what you're worth. However, if we do happen to conclude that you're not worth your height, your weight, you're dumped from the party. Are you going to be okay with that?
Of course I don't mind. I'd never let you down, so please be reassured.
Well, my expectations of you are pretty much at rock bottom anyway, so I know you won't let me down.
I'm glad things are settled between you all. But before you go, there's something I need to tell you.
Tell us. Actually, the town did seem pretty noisy as we were headed here. What happened?
Yeah, truth be told. Last night there was a large-scale burglary in Bose's South Block. Weapon shop and over factory were targeted, as were a number of private residences.
What?
So, was this the work of the Sky Bandits?
Yes, unknown at this time, but it seems highly probable. A unit of the Royal Army is currently conducting an investigation.
I see. Guess better do an investigation of our own then.
Yes, I'd like to formally request that you do just that. I'll send a payment over to the guild for the work you've done this so far. Please make use of the money for your current investigation and expenses.
Zero, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
I have a feeling that the army's gonna get in our way again. But I guess when that happens, it happens.
Whether they get in our way or not, I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. I look forward to, I hope you look forward to jumping on the space train tomorrow when it comes to Star Rail. I know I do. I don't think we should be forthcoming with the army about any information we come across. Because there's really a spy in their midst, they'll just leak it to the Sky Bandits. Is he really going to date the video when it goes into YouTube, isn't it? It's fine. I literally have something to do with snow. It's fine. Look, I do that all the freaking time when I go to channels.
Though I'm reluctant to say it. I also think it's for the best to keep quiet about our findings.
It's because, like, normally to me, my brain thinks, oh, if it's highlighted, that means I've already clicked it, right? But no, it's when it's not highlighted is when you haven't. When you have, sorry.
Anyway, let's act with prudence.
Alrighty, my bosom companions. Shall we head to the South Block?
Look, buddy, who made you king of the show?
Oh, actually, I wonder if the volume 3 is ready.
Seems like the flights have started back up again. Now we can finally head to Rouen.
I've really got to start keeping an eye on my wife's shopping habits. Personally, I think people should live a little more modestly than my wife does. I love these two.
Due to airliner flights being cancelled, I've had way more than my fill of shopping. Looks like my husband's about to have a heart attack after seeing how much I bought.
Oh, issue 3. Nice. We have it. I've already bought the others as well, so it's okay. A Royal Army representative reports, ransom request received. A Royal Army representative reports that the Grain Soil Liberal or Bullshit Corporation, Liberal Royal Family alike have received letters claiming responsibility for the Linde incident. The criminals refer themselves to the Kapua family and demand a hefty sum of money, rumored to be in the millions of mirror, to secure the passengers' safety. Doesn't make any sense for Cassius, so it's like, Who is the Kapua family? These so-called Sky Bandits are a group of marauders operating from Imperial airspace all the way into the Bose region. Their exact numbers are unknown, but they're believed to be around 24 strong. The need for cooperative efforts. With the incident quickly turning from search and rescue to hostage negotiation, collaboration between the Royal Army and the Bracer Guild seems the best possible course of action. When questioned on this subject, a Guild representative stated that the relationship between the two parties has seen worse times, but is still less than civil. Given this idealistic divide, a partnership seems extremely unlikely. Bose's mayor, Miss Mabel, has launched an independent investigation through the Guild, but still laments that the Royal Army won't share their information.
Yeah, this is no time for jurisdictional disputes,
She says.
Yeah, both parties need to work together.
Having inherited the mayorship from her late father at only 21, Miss Mabel is known as a very wise young lady who speaks like Skeletor. Whether or not either party will heed her advice, however, remains to be seen. Technology into the RCO. At long last, this high-speed cruiser takes the skies with rigging a whopping 42 arch in length. The pride and joy of the Zweis Central Factory has finally been completed and transferred into stewardship of the Royal Guard. Watch out, do-badders. Although not airborne just yet, the RCO is scheduled for an operational test flight within the next few days. To the excitement of all involved. Yeah! Due to delays in its orbital engines development, however, only a basic performance evaluation will be conducted at this time. The 100 Days War, book review. 10 years have passed since the war, and I'm sure we all remember the endless reports of casualties and destruction. Making an objective assessment of events a ludicrous proposition. That's exactly what this book sets out to do. However, by compiling accounts from virtually every possible source to paint a crystal clear picture of what happened behind the scenes and how the war came to be, history demanded a book like this to be written, and on this dubious anniversary, I think everyone should give it a look. Finding the perfect getaway. The Maple Leaf Inn, as in the corner of quaint Elmo Village in southern Zeiss, within walking distance from public borders. It's the most luxurious hot spring resort this reviewer has ever seen. Its tranquil eastern aesthetic, abundant natural springs, and outstanding eastern cuisine are nothing short of dazzling. But the true reason to visit is indeed the soak itself. Well, you see, the Maple Leaf Inn is renowned for its open-air baths, an understandably embarrassing prospect to some, but those who succumb will be glad they did. Taking in the warm waters while gazing up at the starry sky, truly a breathtaking experience. And best of all, towels are optional. Nice! Also not nice. My factory and all my goods, they're gone. I've got reporters to either the army or the Bracer Guild ASAP. Hold on just a minute. Hey, one of these groups saw what was written in that stolen ledger. Thanks, I'll be for one of it.
Oh, Hey, this turned out really cute. Niall, is this how you wanted this one?
Yeah, sure. Something like that. Well, we really got screwed, you know that?
Good afternoon. Are you working on another story? Oh, looks like you two on the trail of a scoop again.
Hey, it's you kids.
Oh, Estelle and Joshua, hi. Boy, am I glad to see that they let you out of the clinker.
Yeah, I heard about you kids getting arrested by the army up in the old mine. Certainly had me worried.
Why are you acting like you had nothing to do with it? It was your info that led us to the village.
Hey now, what kind of face is that? Don't tell me you blame us.
Did you go and check out the abandoned mine yourselves? Yeah, we did yesterday. But it was after your had already been hauled off.
We could have had a really great shot of your arrest had we been there. God damn it! Really guts me that we missed such a great, perfect opportunity for a great shot.
I swear, you people in the news business. But anyway, I was wondering if you thought this looked like the handiwork of the Sky Bandits.
It sure looks that way to me. Seems that the army's sniffling around for clues too. But to be honest, it looks like there's nothing to be found here anymore.
I see. That does make things a little more difficult.
Well, Mr. Reporter, why don't you let me ask you this then? Do you know from whence the Sky Bandits entered town? Well, according to witness statements, they were seen leaving through the west gate. Well, that's awfully strange. The mayor's residence in Bose Marga are right through the west gate, and it seems like attacking those two places would be far more lucrative. When you put it that way, that makes a lot of sense. But if you don't mind me asking, who the heck are you anyway?
I'm glad you asked.
What do you mean isn't that tough? Oh, I'm Olivia Lenholm, a wandering bard and gifted musician. I'm sure you've heard rumours about me, right? No, I just happen to be green in real life. It's okay. It's not an avatar at all.
Oh right, you're the guy who drank wine without paying at that classy restaurant. It just guts to stiff such a big bill. It's an honour to meet you, sir.
You're making me blush. I am ready for my interview at any time, so don't hesitate to ask, please.
Wow, really? I'm getting a headache just listening to this crap.
These two are very much alike. I'm not even going to ask how this guy wound up with the rest of you.
That would be for the best. Ba-ba. Wow, it looks like the burglar's made off without nearly everything. I could have sworn that my boss locked up last night.
Damn it! My shop got ripped off by a bunch of thieving criminals. They took off with every last one of my pricey goods too. Why, that's happened to me at a time when there are hardly any goods around to begin with. Oh, you're the braces we heard about. If the mayor's actually looking to things, I have no choice but to learn. But don't get in the way of the arms investigation.
Yeah, I can't believe those Sky Bandits managed to circumvent our search and just walked right past into town and burglarized a bunch of places. They really were outdone this time. Yeah, she?
No, she's at the group of Sky Bandits in your mind consists of 2 females and a male. And that they've even got children in the mix. But, what? Those people weren't Sky Bandits? I'm living here, said he should have memento taken by his crooks. I was remember with mouth, let's pretend that I didn't just tell you that. Says, why don't you just go ask her about it after I get done here? Yeah, it's gonna be the ring. I'm not trying to be rude, but this is an official investigation. Move it along. I'm trying to ask you a question here, but you want to get out of the way. But we're bracers, yo. Do you not want us to give you Olivia? I'll give you Olivia. I'll do it. I'll plain do it. Now we've got burglars running around the muck in the city. I swear what's happening to Bose. I'm just glad they left this house alone, though I'm bound as to why. They certainly didn't do their homework on this city. Intriguing.
Fortunately, this house was untouched by the burglars. But it's at times like this that it makes you feel uneasy when there's no man at home. I said that Myrno brought Simon over to watch the house.
I was shocked when I heard about the south block being hit by burglars. Myrna's mother was here alone, you see. Hey, you there.
What, is something wrong?
I thought I'd better give you a word of advice. You are representing the mayor. At the end of the day, you are still civilians. Can't have you wandering around here in the middle of our investigation.
Who do you think you're talking to? Bitch?
Your advice seems rather more like a threat. I'm just saying you should know your place. But if you're so adamant about investigating the matter, then do it after we've cleared out of here. If we get any more trouble out of you, then I'm going to have to give you a personal invitation to jail.
Forget about it, Estelle. There's no use arguing with these gentlemen.
Ha! For an ass in a lion's skin, you sure know how to throw your weight around, Mr. Soldier. What did you just say? May I ask what's going on here?
Oh, hello. Colonel.
For a soldier in the prestigious Royal Army to be threatening our good citizens, this is an outright embarrassment to us all. But these aren't just civilians, sir. They're members of the Bracer Guild.
Oh, is that so?
Then I ask you once again, what is going on here? The army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. What do you intend to accomplish by being rude to our allies? But as far as the general is concerned...
Ah, yes, that side of the general really concerns me.
I'll take over the investigation from here, so please take your men and clear out. Off you go. But sir... Your men have been here since early this morning, so I presume that a sufficient investigation has been conducted by now. Yes? I'll smooth things over with the general later. Now go. Be gone. Is there anything else you wish me to address? No, sir. Alright, men, back it up. We return to the Hacking Gate.
It looks like that's that.
It seems that some of our personnel were rather impolite. I am sorry. Please, allow me to apologize.
I appreciate the gesture. But you made some slightly inflammatory remarks as well, so how about you let bygones be bygones, yes?
That suits me just fine. As I stated before, the army is supposed to be working closely with the guild. I think our two organizations working together grants us each the ability to make up for the other's shortcomings. I'm looking forward to any progress you may keep with this recent series of events.
Thank you, we'll do what we can. He seems like a decent guy. I wonder who he is.
Totally not a villain.
Colonel, it's almost the appointed time.
I mean, I'd say she's pretty hot. Oh, already? Excuse me, but it appears I must take my leave. Oh, before I do, it looks like I haven't properly introduced myself. I am Alan Richard, a colonel in the Royal Army. If there's anything I can do to assist you, please don't hesitate to contact me. Can I have her number?
Colonel Richard? I feel like I've heard that name somewhere before. And I was the one who mentioned his name earlier. He said something about him being a sharp young officer who leads the Royal Army's Intelligence Division.
That is right. He did. Did indeed.
Oh, right. Wow, for someone in the military, he sure knows how to listen to others. Probably in his mid-30s. He's not hard on the eyes either. He's like he's more fit to be a politician than a service member in the army.
Hey, you guys. Eyes now. Who's that you're just talking to in the black uniform? I could swear I've seen him somewhere before.
Are you trying to tell me you didn't recognize him at all? I was Colonel Richard of the Intelligence Division. You know, the guy you mentioned earlier.
What? You're not pulling my leg, are you?
As fun as that would be, no?
He said so himself, so I'm fairly confident he is who he says he is. You think the legend himself would show up here? We can't wait around here like this any longer, Dorothy. Let's see if we can catch up to him.
Aye, aye, sir. Although I'm really not sure why we're chasing after anyone. Did you see his eyes light up? I wonder if he's going to do an interview or something.
No, he's going to rugby tackle him and just take him.
Anyone in the army would brush him off, but I'm sure the colonel would oblige him. What's the matter with you, Olivia? You look serious, and I gotta say, I find it creepy coming from you.
I was just thinking about the Colonel. I'll be the first to admit that he's quite the specimen of a man. But what? I can say with confidence that he doesn't stand a chance against me when it comes to the ladies. Not at all. But I'd like to see him try just a little harder. It's no fun without a romantic rival after all.
You just had to ask, didn't you, Joshua?
I'll regret it for the rest of my life.
Alright, let's see here. Now that the soldiers are gone, how about we resume our own investigation? Let's start by talking to all the people we couldn't talk to earlier. Good idea!
I'm having a goddamn drink. Oh my god, I need one after all that. I'm committed.
Oh dear me. Weren't you the bracers who came to ask questions not that long ago? Oh right, we did come here before. I'm really sorry I couldn't talk to you then. So what you came to ask about is what happened last night, right?
Yes, that's right. Is this a good time for you?
Yeah, this is as good a time as any. It was the middle of the night, you see, when I heard a noise coming from outside. And I, of course, thought it was my husband coming home at such a late hour, so I opened the door and started yelling. But it turned out to be a group of masked men coming out of the Orbital factory across the road. I thought my heart was plumb gonna stop right then and there. Although it turned out the burglars were rather surprised and ran away to the north. I see, so it was the Sky Bandits, huh?
So what you're saying then is that this house didn't incur a loss of any kind?
Yeah, thanks to the mercy of the goddess. Could I ask you another thing? Did your husband coming home late mean that he went to the bar? If it was only that, that would be forgivable. In addition to being a no-good drinker, he's obsessed with this.
Cecile raised her hand in a casting motion.
What? Huh? Oh, I get it. You mean fishing, right? I see now. That's right. He loves fishing more than life itself. Just yesterday, he said something about catching some smelt and took off to the lake in the south. And on top of that, he still hasn't come back. So what you're saying is he doesn't know anything about the incident? That's exactly what I'm saying. And when that good-for-nothing husband of mine gets home, he's going to get what for, let me tell you.
Oh, honey, I'm home! Phew, what a day I had. I was fishing patiently all morning, but I have nothing to show for it. Oh, what's this? Do we have guests?
You senile old man.
My goodness, woman, what kind of fiery tempest has got into you? Don't you know you to act like that in front of guests?
If anyone's being rude, that would be you. I'm dumbfounded that my own husband can just take off to do what he likes at a time like this.
Huh? What do you mean by a time like this? Maybe I should explain. Joshua gave Mr. Cuono a brief explanation regarding the burglaries which transpired the previous night. Burglars? By Sky Bandits, you don't say. Now that is terrible. But to think that they hightailed it out of here after my wife hollered at them is hilarious. Guess they got to experience the Cecile effect firsthand. What did you just say?
Let's all calm down now, shall we?
But to think that these Sky Bandits came in the night that they did and then just disappeared like that. I would have had something to do with that thing you was talking about the other day.
What do you mean?
Oh, right, you don't know him. He is my fishing buddy. He is staying at the inn down the lake shore to the south of here. If I remember right, he said something about seeing a strange bunch near the place the other night.
A strange bunch? Now, that sounds really interesting. Could you tell us a little more about what you've heard?
Oh, sure, I don't mind, but I'm just going to tell you up front that this is all hearsay. What I heard, he just happened to see them by chance as he was out fishing during the night. I saw them leave by way of the inn's front door and then out onto the road. And need to update that alert actually because it's no longer 14 stuff. There is some 14 stuff on there, but it's going to be random indie videos and VODs. Wow. Cut up VODs. Sort of. However, when he asked around at the inn in the morning, it turned out that no one like that had stayed there the night before. Yeah, that is rather odd. So was there any type of burglary at the inn? No, nothing of the sort at all. In fact, it's quiet there. The meals are great and it's a place I'd recommend to anyone. But best of all, it's a prime fishing spot.
Though there weren't any definitive clues related to the incident, we did manage to hear a few interesting bits.
I concur. I especially like the one that described all the delicious meals, all the delicious food at the inn.
That's not what we're talking about here. Although I did find the fishing part to be rather interesting. Unfortunately, if there's nothing going on, then I guess it wouldn't be worth investigating.
Actually, I think it's quite the opposite. If someone had been careless and caused a problem, the army would have thoroughly investigated it. Conversely, the possibility of the sky bandits appearing where there's nothing happening is rather high.
Oh, well, I guess that's one way to think about it. And in light of this series of incidents, there's either a spy in the army or the sky bandits are a really clever bunch of thieves. It'll be extremely difficult to corner them only by investigating the incidents which have occurred. When you get one step ahead of them by tracking their movements. I see, so what you're saying is that we should take an offensive stance rather than a defensive one.
Then how about we get going? Off to the beautiful Valeria Lake, extolled in many a rhyme as the Pearl of La Belle. That rhymed. Nice.
I have a very important ring taken by them. I don't care if it's the army or the Bracer Guild. I just want to see those burglars caught. If those sky bandits are on the loose, I don't think I can live without being in fear. I think I can live without being in fear every day.
I wonder if my dad will come home soon. My mom looks really upset about something. We're heading to the lake, and we're still very strong. Time to get everybody wet, wet, wet.
So, this is the north shore of Valeria Lake, huh? It certainly seems peaceful and quiet around here.
The inn doesn't look too shabby either.
I stayed here once before when I was in the area on another job. The wine's great, the rooms are nice. Pretty much what you'd expect from a place like this. Too bad this isn't a pleasure trip.
You mean it's not? I at least intend to toss my cares to the wind for a while. I mean, that's fair enough, Stormy, honestly. That's fair enough. Taking catnaps in a rocking boat by day and filling my belly with food and wine by night. Heaven. This is what a vacation is all about. Come on, everyone. I was just joking. We can enjoy a vacation any time, but now's the only time we can enjoy taking care of some would-be thieves. Even I, Oliver Lenheim, know enough to get my priorities straight.
I don't think it's anything to do with enjoyment or not. Well, whatever. As long as he does his share of the work he's here to do. Let's see if we can find the old man staying here that loves fishing.
The guest who said he saw some suspicious individuals here 2 nights ago, right? Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Are you all here to stay?
Let's see, yes and no, how should I put it?
We're here looking for a certain someone. Is there a guest staying here who loves to fish? Well, pretty much everybody who stays here loves to fish.
We heard he was a friend of the old man who stayed here yesterday. You have a clue who that might be?
Oh, you're talking about old man Koano? Talking about his fishing buddy, and I think you must mean Lloyd.
Lloyd?
I heard he's a professional angler who came all the way here from the Raw City. Blah, blah, blah. It seems as though he's a member of the Fisherman's Guild there.
He sounds like a pretty amazing guy. Do you know where we might be able to find him?
He's out dropping a line somewhere, of course. If I remember right, he should be out on the back pier.
Snooze hitting me. The Kingfisher Inn in Bose and the Maple Leaf Inn in Zeiss are my favourite places to stay. My mother and I come here every year on vacation around this time. It's a tradition in our family. My mother seems to look forward to it every time. I kind of feel bad for my father though, as he always gets left behind. Dodge. Welcome to the Kingfisher Inn. Please let me know if you'd like to stay.
We'll have a nice little rest.
It's mine as well. Ba 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 ba. Excuse me. Are you the man named Lloyd who's from the Royal City?
Shall we look? That's Shishabaki.
I can understand as to why you would want her. I mean, obviously for no reason, because she's just really, you know, good. She's just a strong character, right?
Wow, he's really focused. He's tuned everything out of his mind but fishing.
It looks like this is where my skills come into play.
What are you?
Just sit back and enjoy.
Olivia leaned over and with a smile that left all kinds of things up to interpretation.
Blew into the man's ear.
What? What? No.
Oh my goodness, what in the... Who are you kids? And where did you come from?
That was a dirty trick to play on him, Olivia. Yeah, that was pretty low.
And how do you do this evening, good sir? We tried calling out to you a moment ago, but we could see that like a true professional. Your attention was fixed upon your task.
You're
Lloyd, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm Lloyd. But how did you know my name?
We heard from a certain old man about you. Do you have some time you could spare to speak with us?
Nice.
I see, so you heard from Mr. Kawano, did you?
Yeah, I saw that strange pair about 2 nights ago.
I knew it. Would we get you to fill us in on a little more on the details?
Before that, are you all braces or something? Is this somehow related to some sort of crime?
We can't say for sure, but there does appear to be a possibility.
Gotcha. In that case, I'll do what I can to help you out. It was the other night when I was out fishing on my boat. I was returning to the inn, dead tired after a day of battling out with this lake's guardian. It had gotten late into the night, and it was about the time when everyone at the inn was asleep in their beds. Nice.
So, are you saying that she was a yandere, maybe? Now, hold on a minute. What do you mean by this lake's guardian?
I'm glad you asked.
The Guardian's a giant salmon that swims the murky depths of Valeria Lake. He's been the feared king of the waters among fishing lovers for over a decade. Crap, I shouldn't have asked.
It looks like you've thrown a log onto that maniac's fire.
Is it really that huge of a fish like you say?
You bet your last mirror it is, and I've been chasing the darn thing for the last 5 years of my life. It comes and goes in different parts of Valeria Lake and changes its feeding spots on a whim. I heard from a buddy of mine that it had appeared in these parts, so he came running from the Royal City. Now that's what I call passion. I can completely understand where you're coming from. Whenever I find something I like, I stop at nothing until I get a hold of it. For example, a bottle of Grand Chardonnay and such.
In your case, steal it is more accurate. How about we get back to our story? So, Lloyd, what happened when you came back from fishing that night?
Oh, right, sorry. I had returned to the boat and was on my way into the inn when I saw an odd couple head out onto the road from the grounds behind the building.
Onto the road in
the middle of the night? Yep, no doubt about it. They headed out on the new Anzelberg. First I thought they were a group of people visiting from the city heading back home. But it was way too late for something like that, and when I asked at the inn the next day, nobody knew a thing about it.
Thought maybe I'd seen a couple of ghosts or something then. Ghosts? There are ghosts that come out here?
Just so you know, the two I saw were a young couple. They might have been 2 lost souls who committed a double suicide after not being accepted by those around them.
Don't tell me anymore. Oh, brother, a brace that's afraid of ghosts, the guild is doomed.
Not to mention a habit of always wanting to hear more ghost stories and other bizarre stuff. Now, isn't you being scared attractive in its own right, Estelle? Not sexy, but cute nonetheless. Like a little kitten shivering in the cold.
You better watch out because this little kitten bites.
Well, I was just kidding about the ghost part. But the couple did in fact seem to be one with a purpose and reason. I say this because the girl was wearing some rather odd clothing. What do you mean by that?
I only saw her from behind, so I couldn't say for sure. I'd like to me she's wearing some kind of school uniform. A school uniform? It couldn't be.
It wasn't the one from the Genesis Academy, was it? Wow, you really know your stuff, kid. You betcha, my niece goes there as well, and it looked exactly the same as the one she wears.
I see. This whole event just got a lot more interesting. It's her. I know it's that lying tomboy for sure. We're finally onto her trail.
What, so she's an acquaintance of yours? And while you're at it, tell the two of them not to fret and rush into anything they'll regret later on. If my mind isn't failing me, I could have sworn they said something about coming again tonight.
Is that true?
Yep, we'll meet back here in 2 days, is what the young man said.
His tone seemed rather serious, so I couldn't help but think on it. Wow, that's understandable. We appreciate the valuable information, just leave the rest up to us. Don't let them get into any more trouble than they already are.
Oh, I see, that's a relief to hear. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my shoulders now.
Now that that is off my chest, I feel like taking a boat out and fishing again.
Well, there's no time to lose. I'll leave you young'uns to your work. He's off to go fish.
Man, I didn't even measure it when it comes to that fishing nut. You mentioned something about a fisherman's guild too. I wonder what kind of group that is.
So, how is this couple involved with the missing airliner incident exactly? If you don't mind telling me, that is.
Well, in a nutshell.
Sherry explained that they encountered Josette in Roland. I see, that seems to be the person in question, alright. Which means that tonight is the night, huh?
Yeah. I think we should probably get a room just in case. We're going to be in for a late night tonight. Alright, let's go ask the receptionist about a room.